Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Michael, aka Mr. Drake Visions, on social media. Um, so me and Dave been fixing credit for a while, and I thought it was, you know, about time for pretty much me to start talking about what I experienced in the credit industry and like what other people talk about, regarding credit. Um, I kind of have a problem with people, selling hope, ex- especially with no instructions, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try something a little new. Probably going to get some people on here to talk about credit, have guests react to some credit advice and stuff like that. And I found that the best place to go to look for credit advice is actually TikTok. It's a lot of information out there, and I have clients that come to us and they have questions about what they see and what they can do and what they heard or whatever. But let's just get into it, man. I kind of don't want to talk too much. I want to listen to people's, I guess, credit advice or advice in general about business, and then give my opinion, approach, or whatever you may call it. All right. So, without further ado, let's get into this first video. I listened to a little bit of it, and I was going to try to react to a lot of different videos, but this one in particular, I didn't know TikTok did more than 1 minute videos. So let's get into it. I'm gonna pause it and I'm gonna give my perspective, and hopefully my perspective can lead people into making better decisions, because too often me and Dave have repeat customers, which means they'll fix their credit, they'll mess it up, they'll fix it again, they'll probably mess it up again, and we just hate to see people do it. But let's get into some videos, see what people are saying, and see how people are, I guess, ruining their credit, or maybe running the play, getting the bag or whatever, right? So I don't know how to give credit yet, but I hope y'all can see this person's handle. So let's listen to what he shared. This is from another video, but I just want to share it, and I think people will be, want to listen to it. Okay, all right, let's go.
What I love about credit is this. Not only the fact that we can use other people's money and leverage other people's money to do things and invest into things like that, but we make money when we spend money. Like, so the people out here that spending cash, the first thing you need to do is stop. You need to stop, because when you spend money, you don't make nothing in return off every dollar you spend. But when I spend money, or when we spend money, we make money off every dollar.
I'm going on
we
vacation
spend.
next week off of points, B.
Points. So
Everything is on my Amex.
but when you start,
All right. So here I think a little bit more clarification may need to be given. Because I think he is saying something like how we spend money and you spend money. Technically, telling people to spend money on their credit card is kind of damaging, especially when you don't have business credit and your utilization gets above 10%. It actually gonna hurt your credit score, right? Especially if you don't pay it back in time or the right way. So I guess so when I'm watching this, I'm thinking in my head, okay, from a business owner's perspective, and a lot of people aren't business owners who are looking at this advice. They probably expire and want to be business owners, right? So when he's saying stuff, like, what are you gonna spend your money at Target and try to get, a bunch of cash back or whatever like that? But for the most part, the most people get back is probably like 10,000 points, which how points are calculated, it's not one for one. The easiest way to do it is to move 2 decimal points. When you say 10,000, that's probably like $100 in cash back. But most people keep a balance on their credit card, so when you pay that fee, the interest kick in, or it depending on what kind of card you got. But let's keep listening. This is a lot, and I don't want this first video to be too long. I really want to see if people rocking with it, but I'll mute myself and let's keep going.
start doing businesses and investing for real, and man, them things started. And then so what you could do is, I think I got upwards like a 1.2 million now in rewards points. I'm literally going to show the back end of how I'm gonna buy a whole vehicle off my rewards points. Meaning, I'm gonna.
All right, y'all, I had to stop right there. Uh, Realistically, okay, 1.2 million in rewards points. This might be a subtle flex, but that ain't a lot to me, right? So 1.2 million. Right there. Okay, all right. So 1.2 million in credit card reward points is if you follow the formula I put before, if you move the decimal points 2 points, because that's usually the exchange rate with credit with reward points, that's $12,000, right? $12,000 is a lot of money. Let me back up. For a business owner, it's still a lot of money. But if when you exchange it for cash, it becomes even less money. So for the most part, these reward points are only like 1-for-1 or close to 12,000 if you cash them out for like flights or something like that. Something that the bank is participating as a partner with. So when so I'm wondering how much money that really is, and I want to see that back end so I can see like, did he really get a car with this money? Because technically he could spend $12,000 on a credit card, buy a $12,000 car, and then use the reward points to pay back the card. Because I think then he'll get the best bang for his buck. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. Sorry.
Show the background of I'm gonna go to a lot and get a $10,000 or $12,000 car off accumulating my rewards points. So that's for free off the back end, just because I changed my mindset of running my life through my credit cards to get something in return of every dollar I spend instead of nothing.
Right.
So we got to stop that. And then imagine this. This is how I like for people to think, right? Imagine me having $100,000 in my hand and my.
All right, this is gonna be very hard for me to stop pausing, but I get through it. I just want to stop on every little point. He said $10,000 to $12,000 car. True. Now he changing the number to 100K, which is, that's not the real number. But I think he said something very important. He was talking about changing his mindset as a business owner, this and that. You do have to have a certain type of mindset, because to accumulate those type of points, you have to spend a bunch of money. Like, not even a little bit of money. You have to spend a bunch of money to accumulate those points. Now, if you use it on the business side, of course, I got my Amex Gold. I purchase certain apps and softwares for my business, which give me 4 times the points. But I only get that after I pay my monthly fee or yearly fee. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not intentionally trying to use my credit card to get the points. I'm just getting the points when I have to pay for something in my business. Now, I think that is something that should be taken a note when you're looking at stuff like this. But let's keep listening.
Possession. And I said, all right, Ash, here you go. You can borrow it. Right. You can borrow it. And then I told you, only give me back. The banks will probably ask for $1,000 a month. Would you take my $100,000? And I say, hey, Cash, you can borrow it and we give me $1,000 a month.
Why not?
And I'll take that $100,000 and I'm gonna invest in real estate,
Why not?
storage units and things like that, and then make money.
Exactly, because that $100,000 you just gave me, I gotta pay you $1,000 a month. I could easily run the play Mel just sold me. I'm gonna make way more than $1,000 a month. So my $1,000 is not even gonna come back from me. It's going so now you give me $100,000. I go get an SBA loan.
Okay, all right. So he gonna take the money to get an SBA loan. Now let's just assume that everybody has good credit, right? Excellent credit. Let's say excellent credit, because he's talking about loans now. So he's gonna take the $1,000 from somebody, get a loan. It's a lot of math in my head. I'm sorry. So he's gonna get the loan and he's gonna do what that guy said. I think when you guys are listening to this, take a note, like how many jobs that people are giving themselves to make this type of money back. I'm not a storage unit expert, but I wouldn't want to sell a cash flowing asset for $100,000. Because he's gonna be talking about some numbers, and like I even have a house that I'm not comfortable selling at a certain price because it's cash flowing, like fully paid off. My house is cash flowing, so it's hard for me to try to find somebody who want to buy my house that is fully paid off, because they want to. I'm an investor trying to sell to an investor, and an investor ain't trying to pay that much. So let's listen to, I guess, how much money is being thrown around, and how many jobs and how many opportunities are being thrown around, because you can only probably do one or two. My mentor told me if you got 2 businesses, you got too many businesses. You can't give your attention to both equally. All right, let me pause, and I'm gonna give more example or more feedback. Let's get it.
Take that $100,000, and then now I go into I got a self-storage unit. Probably, all of those units, I'm probably making what's the average you would make off a self-storage unit?
The 10 by 10 is about $100 a unit.
Okay, sorry y'all. 10 by 10 unit is $100 per unit, right? And that's a month. So let's see how much it costs to get a unit, if they even say how much it costs to get a unit.
Right.
If you're talking about 90 units, talking about 12 grand a month.
So 12 grand a month.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna wait till they get to their point. If they leave out the self storage, I'll come back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That you just lent me $100K. I only owe you $1,000 a month. I take that $100K and I run the play. Now I make a $12K a month. I take that $1K, give it to you. Now I just made $11,000 for nothing.
I want to break
0%.
I want
But hold on. Even if he charged, like, think about this though. Even if that $1,000 he charged me was 30% interest, it don't even matter because none of it is my money
at all.
None of it is my money. I took his money, I put it in a play that he just gave me. I'm making $12,000 a month. I'm using that $12,000 to pay off that $1,000, that 30% that everybody always, the interest rate's too high. But now I'm making $11,000 off of nothing, like none of my money.
I want to ask you something. So I want you to run what you about.
Man, that was a lot. Okay, so in this hypothetical situation, he's gonna borrow $100K from this one guy, and it don't matter, like, money, because cash flow is king, right? He's gonna take $100,000 and buy an asset that's cash flowing $12,000. So in less than a year, he's gonna get his money back. I find it hard. Like, I probably gotta look and see. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up a storage unit for sale and see can I find a 90 unit for $100. Let me do that, and I'll come back to y'all. All right. So I did find a storage unit. Let me share my screen with y'all. Let me share. So this is a site. I heard that these are the worst deals you can find, but let's just use this. Right? Whoa. So I put up two things because I wanted to try Florida a little bit because I assume this is where a good storage unit would be. You know what I'm saying? Like, people got money. So let's look up some of these prices though. Okay, so this is around I don't understand this one. Okay, so let's see. But it's 300,000, but only 3 units are available, and the units are 1,000 square feet, and this is a garage pretty much. This don't even have a building on this 1 mil. How many? This is 3 mil out of my price range. I'm trying to find the cheapest one, y'all. Bear with me. I don't think this is what you're supposed to be doing when, you're looking for stuff. But I'm pretty sure these guys, they know how to find these storage units, man. But I can't see nothing. I can't find anything for 100. Because I struggle with thinking somebody will sell an asset that's bringing in $12,000 a month for just, All right, let's see how many units this one is. At least. It's Sarasota. I like Sarasota. 10 individual garage. I'm not an expert, y'all, so I can't find no units. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I can't find no units for sale. So I'm gonna just go ahead and stop that. Let's get back to it.
Can't they just take that same $100,000 though and put it in accounts and get credit leverage just off the money they have? Like other banks, they might not have a pool credit. They'll just give you credit based on what's sitting in the account.
Yeah, it's called a certificate of deposit. You can do that. You can go put a certificate of deposit in a business bank account, maybe 10,000, 15,000, let it sit, and then you can ask the bank for a loan of that same amount. So then now you building the business credit.
The rabbit hole
You give it out the game.
The rabbit hole gets deeper and deeper.
I told you. Give it out the game.
build the business credit to get access.
Wait,
to more money.
hold on.
So you take that 100 and keep
Wait, hold on.
it don't
Keep
stop.
multiplying the money
It don't
of
stop.
somebody else's money, and then when you spend
Wait,
somebody
hold on. Let me just
0%.
hold on. My head hurt right now. Hold on. So you're telling me, right? So let's say I'm able to go to KeyBank. We'll just use KeyBank for right now. KeyBank, you need to sponsor this show. We go to KeyBank and we get 100,000. I go to my bank. I say, you know what? I'm gonna take this 100,000. I'm gonna put it into a CD, certificate of deposit. I say, yo, here's a business certificate of deposit. Here's 100K. I liquidated.
Just so y'all know, I don't know where they get the 100,000 from, but let's just roll with it.
And I say, bank, I need you to give me a loan based on this certificate of deposit. They say yes. Now I still have my 100,000 from KeyBank. Now my bank.
Whoa. Hold on. All right. Yes, let's assume that the KeyBank thing, well, to do this, y'all gotta have good credit. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. Now, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna assume everybody got good credit, okay? Y'all fix y'all credit because y'all need good credit to do all this stuff. Nobody's gonna give you no loan without checking your personal credit. It don't work like that.
Let's say Bank of America. I don't know, right? Let's say Bank of America. I now have $100,000 in assets in that bank. They give me a loan, and this I'm just clarifying.
Right, so
they'll give me a loan based on that 100,000, and now I can take that 100,000 and buy an asset, and now just multiply my money. Not even my money.
Not even your money, but it's usually for like building purposes too. So like if we were to do that and put it in there and get a loan out of for of $100,000 now we can leverage that. When we take the $100,000 from them, we'll be smart and let's just pay it right back off. Right. So then now when we pay it back off, right, and we get $100,000 back in our pocket, now we have showed the bank that we can pay off 6 figures from them. Now we got $100,000 in our pocket, and then now we go ask for more money because they seen us be responsible for the first.
All right, so the mental gymnastics I got to do in my head to understand this. So you, I don't know how they got the 100,000. I just assume it's cash back, credit, or a business. Okay, boom, we got the 100,000. We put it in the bank, and then we get a loan for 10K. We get the loan for we put 100K in the bank. We get the loan for 100K because we got 100K in the bank. Let's assume we got good credit. Okay, cool. But when you pay it back, you have $0 left. Yeah, it's some money missing, some math missing out of this situation. So do you take your money back out too? So you put your money in the bank, you get the loan for the 100K, and your 100K is sitting, right? So 100K sitting, you got the loan for 100K. He said you got to pay that loan back to show the bank you pay back a loan, but then you got your same 100K that you already used before. Let's see if they do anything with the money. Let me see.
$100,000. Now we go more money with this money with that bank going to get more money. And then now we leverage all that. And then now we go do something bigger.
This gets deeper.
I think I understand what he's saying. So he's saying, hey, put 100K in the bank and then get a 100K loan. You know, there's fees associated with a loan, but let's just say he get the loan with no fees, right? He takes the money, he holds it for a couple of days, and then he pays it back to show that he can pay back a 100K loan. He takes his 100K back out the bank, so there's $0 in the bank now. And I guess what he's saying is he's going to go to different banks to get different loans now because they show that he can pay off a 100K loan. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's possible. You can do that. I'm on board with that.
Deeper. It gets deeper. The rabbit hole gets deeper.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, this is like
5-day challenge, y'all. Look, fundingthevault.com.
Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna stop it right there. I'm gonna get that guy his credit. I'm gonna give him his credit, I guess. But it's a lot of stuff that's going on with that. I hate when people tell you to do stuff and they don't account for the time, right? How much time you have, the job you're already doing. It's like they talked about 3-4 different ways to actually, I guess, leverage your money. So when they talk about all these different ways to leverage your money, I guess you have to assume that you know what you're doing to start with. Me, I don't know what I'm doing, so I look up some storage units. I couldn't find that for $100K. I definitely can't find a house for $100K that can cash flow. Because, being like owning multiple properties and then, selling properties and almost losing my properties and putting money into properties, I can guarantee you that cash flow matters when you have these conversations. So if you get $100,000 loan, hypothetically, let's say you do find a house for $100,000 and you only had to pay back $1,000 a month, you still got to cash flow that property. You know what I'm saying? And then if you have any repairs, $100,000 property is gonna come with tons of repairs that you're gonna have to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I think this channel is gonna be good because I think there's a lot of information out there that I got information on, especially how to make $1 million in your business. I done did that multiple times. So I guess I can talk to the business side of most of the stuff that people are saying, but it sounds fun. It sounds fun. But most of my clients are people who listen to people like this and then get in over their head. They buy a box truck and then forget they got a regular job and the box truck can't cover the job and they don't know how to negotiate loads and stuff like that. And they're just ruining the market. I know people who are, who flip properties or are trying to flip. One of my mentees came to me with a deal. I had to analyze the deal for her and I had to make sure. I'm like, yo, do you know that she was happy to do the deal? And what I told her was, no, the person that you're doing the deal with should be happy that you're taking the property out their hands. You got the money, you got the funds or whatever. It just wasn't a good deal. And she had to see that. $1 million in reward points is a lot of money. I'm not going to lie. It is a lot of money, but it's a $12,000 car. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get a decent $12,000 car, but for somebody who's a millionaire, a $12,000 car ain't really a flex. Nothing against them, but, I think I can't bring myself to tell people to do these things. There are people out there that will motivate you to do things, but I would say, before y'all use credit, use cash first. I hate any type of business that utilizes credit before you can turn a profit anyway. You got to learn how to make $1 with $0 first. You got to learn how to make $10 with $0 first. And, 100 to 1, that ain't bad. Like, depending on what type of lifestyle you're trying to live, like for every dollar I spend, I'm trying to make $100 back. It would be even better if I can make $1,000 back. And if that sounds crazy to you, man, you should hear what some people say when they say it turns $0 into $1 million. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do numbers like Amazon, something like that. Well, that pretty much wraps it up. That's advice from the Credit CEO. If you need help with your credit, definitely reach out. I'm gonna have a link down below. Just one of the first videos. I'm going to be reacting to a bunch of videos and talking to a bunch of people, and hopefully the quality gets better and the content gets better. All right, with that being said, I'll see y'all on the other side of Good Credit. Peace.